Hey everybody, Marco here, and welcome to another pencil mark video. By the time you watch this, I'm probably going to be doing the new Puzzle Boat 9 hunt, so I'm recording a bunch of videos in advance for this. And here's a puzzle that is on the high end of points. This is the last puzzle in one of the more recent puzzle sets. It's called Ascending Starters. And yeah, it is one of those frame Sudokus, and I actually kind of like this variant because you sort of only start with numbers on the outside and you build inwards, and that sort of makes for a really cool solving flow. Kind of like the bust Sudoku I did a while back, the blackjack themed one. So this one, the rules are regular Sudoku rules, of course, and then the clues on the outside indicate the sum of the first set of all ascending digits, starting from the first cell of that corresponding side. So for example, this 6 here on the left, that could be, I don't know, the sum of 2 and 4, and then it goes down to 1, so the sum is cut off here. The 2 and the 4, they sum up to 6. Sets may also consist of only one digit, so it could be 6 and then it could cut off to 5 or something like that. That's the idea, and of course, different sides mean different directions. So for example, for the 12, it would be a 5 and a 7 like this, going from right to left, and then it would cut off here at 4. Stuff like that. So that's the basic idea of this puzzle, and I think I'm just going to get started now. I think for this, it might be important to look at low sequences first. I see this immediately here in the 6th column, where there's a 2 and a 4. I think there's only one way to get a 2, just like in general, only one way to sum up unique numbers to get a 2, and that's just the straight up 2. And then it would have to descend, so we have a 1. We can cross off the 2 now. The 4, it's the same sort of thing. The 1 and the 2 are blocked on the bottom side now, so the 4 at the top of column 6, that's going to be a 4, and then it's going to descend to a 3. I'm pretty sure that is all we have to do here. And that is pretty much just the gimme here in this puzzle. The rest does seem to be a bit more tricky. So where do we go from here? I think we might start off by doing some greater signs. Actually, let's do them on a different layer. Here, let's do some greater signs where the numbers have to increase based on the clues. For example, 26. Actually, you know what? I did want to make a bunch more of these, but I see an easier deduction. Right, for this 23, what we can do is make 23 as a sum of 3 numbers, right? It's going to be, in Kakura, when you see a 23 in a 3 region, it's going to be a 6, an 8, and a 9. However, this breaks here because of the 11 going down in column 7. This 11 needs to, it needs to sum up to 11, but you can't put anything ascending after a 9. So this is actually going to indicate that the 23 needs to take at least 4 cells, and because there's a 4 here, that means to make an ascending sequence, we got to make 3, 2, and 1. And then we have a 13 sum after that. I think 5 and 8 or 6 and 7 are our only 2 options. But if we do 6 and 7, these are only 2 options with 1, 2, 3, 4 blocked. But with 6 and 7, we cannot make an ascending 11 sequence down because we need 5 more. And the smallest we can do here is not 7, it's 8, which would be 14. That's too much. So we got to make 5 and 8 here. and then it goes down afterwards. That should take care of the 23 clue. The 11 clue should be taken care of if it's a 5, 6, and then it goes down. For the 17, we have a similar thing, 8 and 9. That takes care of the ascending sequence there. So that's actually all there is to it. We're missing a 1, 2, and a 7 in this region. The 1, 2, we can't place those in column 6, so we can just immediately do a 7 there. And yeah, the rest is, it's just going to be a 1, 2 pair. That should satisfy the condition of the 11 going down as well. Right, we already have all of this. Now, in the top row, we are missing... That is going to be a 6, 7, 9. So we can just pencil mark all of those in. The 9 cannot be on the right because of the 8 needing to descend. For the 6, we do have options to do... Oh, actually, here. The 1, 2 that's in the bottom of the middle cage and the 1, 2 at the top, that's going to force the 1, 2 to both appear in the middle here. But we can't have both of them in the 2 left cells because then we have, I mean, either a 2 sequence and it goes down or a 1, 2 making a 3 sequence, and then we need a 3 here to make 6. But that's not going to work because there's already a 3 and we're going to ascend. And we can't do a 1, 2 in these places here either because we're going to have something bigger and then it's going to go down. We can't write a 6 here because there's already a 6 in this row. So I'm going to say that this is a 1, 2 pair. And then the second cell in row 2, that's going to be a 4 or a 5. And it's going to depend on what's on the left. So either we have 1, 5, 2, or we have 2, 4, 1. I think that's the idea here. That means the numbers that go into the bottom, that's 1 out of 4, 5. And that is also 3 and 8, because 8 can't go into the first 2 rows. How do we make 13 with 3, 8, and 4 or 5? I think there's only one way. We gotta do 5, 8, and then 3. There's only one combination that allows us to get an ascending sequence of 13 at the start. That means this one at the top, that's going to be 4, 2, 1, like so. And that means we can just do our candidates for the rows on the right. This is going to be 5, 7, 8 in row 2. And it's going to be 4, 6, 9 in row 3. Can we say anything about the ascending sequences? I don't think 4 can be in the right row because all the candidates in the second cell are higher. And we still need a 17 sequence somehow. So no matter if we have a 5, 7, or 8 there, it's going to go down, and that's not good. I think the only possibility to get a 17 sequence is going to be a 7 and a 9. Like, if we did an 8 here, hypothetically, we would need 8 more to make 17, and we can't do that. The total after a number that we add in the sequence has to be higher than the number itself. So 8 is out of the question. 5 would require 11 more after it. But that's impossible because the next number we can add is 6, and that would leave a remainder of 5, or 9, which would leave a remainder of 2. So this cell here has to be 7, and the one under it has to be 9. That's pretty reasonable, I think. Let's erase these. And what have we got here on the left? Writing an 8 directly would satisfy the 11. Writing a 5 would leave a remainder of 3, which is unsatisfiable. So we have 8 and 5 immediately there. Whoops. 8 and 5. Underneath 4 and 6, those are going to satisfy 11 no matter what, so we can just cross 11 off, and we can cross 17 off. And we can cross 6 and 13 off on the left side as well. I'm listening to Persona 5 lo-fi background music and drinking coffee right now. This is a good Saturday morning for me. I'm trying to think of how to form the 21. We cannot do 1, 2, 5, 6 here. Starting with 9 is not possible. Starting with 8 only gives us 9, which is not possible. Starting with 7 is also bad. I think we definitely start with 3 or 4. Starting with 3 gives a remainder of 18. If we add 4 to that, that's a remainder of 14, which we cannot satisfy with 7, 8, 9. So if we have... Yeah, I don't think we can make 18 out of 7, 8, 9 either. So this is going to start with 4 and then go to 17, which we make with 8 and 9. I think that satisfies. Yeah, that's the only way we get the 21 with the numbers that are blocked for these 3 cells. 16, that is the candidates. There are 3, 5, 7. 1, 2. Yeah, 3, 5, and 7 are the ones that we can write in this cell. Oh yeah, 6. 3, 5, 6, 7. 3, 5, 6, 7. It's got to be 3, 6, 7. That is the only option here. And then the 5 goes in this spot. So I think we can make a similar thing to the 6 on the top left, and the 5 that's on the right of row 7. Since the 5 itself is blocked here, we have to make the sum as 2 numbers. It's got to be 1, 4 or 2, 3, but 1 is blocked from the 1 at the top of this column. So this has got to be 2, 3, and then 1 to descend for the 5. For the 11, we have, it's got to be 2 numbers exactly. Our lowest candidate is 4, which leaves 7, and that can't be made out of 2 other numbers. So this is going to be 4, 7, or it's going to be 5, 6. It can't be 5, 6 because 6 is in row 8 as well. So this is going to be 4, 7, and then down. I guess that does say 9 is in the bottom row. And 8 also has to be in the bottom row. Our candidates for this spot... Oh yeah, we can't place 6 either because 6 is on the left. So that does give us all 3 numbers in the bottom row here, and 5 in this spot. So now we can look over to the bottom left cage. The numbers that are pushed down are 5, 1, and 7. Those are pushed to the bottom. And I think we need all of them in an ascending sequence. So it's going to be 1, 5, and 7 to make 13, and then it goes down to 3. The numbers for the second and third rows from the bottom. Let's get those. That is going to be 2, 3, and 9. Yeah, then we can just immediately place 3. Oops. We can just immediately place 3 in this cell. And then 8 is the remainder, so we place 8 here. We can't make it out of 2 numbers, 4 and something else. That's not going to work. 3 and I said 9. So these 2 cells are the 2, 9 pair. And in the row above that, that 4 is going to go here by Sudoku, and 6 is going to go here. We have the 7 at the bottom resolving this 6, 7 pair at the top. The other 7, 9 is unresolvable. I'm going to clean out pencil marks a little bit here. Now let's see how the middle rows resolve for this. I think a thing I learned from the bust Sudoku I did a while back is that sometimes if you have 2 numbers on opposing sides, the middle is also important, which numbers don't exist in either. So for this 9 and the 26 that are opposite each other, there is the sum of those is 35, so there is a 10 that is unaccounted for in the middle. The 19 and the 12, the middle that's unaccounted for is 14. I said it like it was going to be some important thing that was going to matter, but I don't see anything I can do with that. 19's got to take at least 3, so these have to be ascending. 26 is going to take at least 4. So those are all ascending. We can't put 7, 8, or 9 there at the start of a 26, of course, because of the ascending sequence. But we cannot put a 6 either, because we cannot make 20 out of the 7, 8, 9 group. 5 is fine because we can, for 21, we can do 6, 7, 8. And the only other option is 3, which would leave 23. 23, making that out of... Well, I guess we also do have 4 then, because 4 can be placed in column 8. Yeah, right now the 2 candidates I see for the 26 are, it's going to be like a 5, 6, 7, 8. Or it's going to be a 3, 4, which is 7, 5, which is 12, 6, 8. No, that is impossible because there's an 8 at the bottom. But I'm not sure if I can enter this first option I had right away, because there might be other ways to make 26 still that I'm not sure of. Let's look at the other numbers. Okay, this 9. I see something here on the left of row 4. 1, 2, and 3 are blocked for it. If we wanted to make it with 2 numbers, our only option would be 4, 5, but there's a 5 at the bottom which sees this. So our only option for 9 is going to be the 9 itself. Yeah, that is the 9 itself. Whoops, wrong layer. 9 itself. And that's going to resolve the 7, 9 pair up top, as well as the 2, 9 pair down below. So for the 19, our only 2 options are 1, 2, 3. It's 4 or 6. So let's do that. 4 or 6. 4 or 6. In row 2, we've got 1, 3. Oh, the 1, 3 pair, that's going to go in the top 2 cells because both of those are lower than 4, 6. So we need something that's higher than 4, 6 to go after it. This is going to be the 7. That's the next number that comes here. 6, 7, I don't think that's going to work because that makes 13 with a remainder of 6. So this is going to be 4, 7, and 8. Right, yeah. The other two numbers in column 3, that is 2 and 5. Okay, how do we deal with this 12? For the 12, I think it starts with 3. Because, look at this. We need at least 2 numbers, but if we start with anything that's greater than a 5, we end up with a remainder that is equal. So like if we start with 6, we can't do a remainder of 6. So this has got to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but 1, 2, 4 are blocked. And if it's a 5, then our remainder is a 7, but there's a 7 down below here. So this is a 3 with a remainder of 9. We could do 9 or we could do 4, 5, but 4, 5 is blocked, so we have to do 9. Whoops, wrong layer again. 3, 9, and yeah, that crosses off 12. That crosses off 19 too because the 9's on the other side. We get this 9 by Sudoku. Do we get some stuff in the middle by Sudoku? We can mark stuff down, I think. 7 is here. 8 is in this spot. Okay, we get a 9, 3 pair in these two cells. I mean, a 9, 7 pair. I mean, a 3, 7 pair in those two cells. This other number is going to be the 1, 2 that we have at the top then. But yeah, our missing number in column 6, that is 6. Why didn't we resolve this pair yet? This is a 6. The remaining numbers in row 6 are 1, 2, 5. 1, 5 are blocked on the left side, so this, I mean on the right side, so this is 2, 1, 5, like so. So to make the 26, right, we said earlier that starting with 6 is bad. Yeah, in fact, we do need a 5, 6, 7 to satisfy the ascending sequence here. And now this is going to resolve to 3, 7. I think now all the outside clues are satisfied. This puzzle is going to fall pretty easily now. We just need to do the last little bit of Sudoku. Now we got, yeah, 9 here, 8 here, 8 here, 1 here, 4 is in this spot, 4 is here, 5, 2 pair, 2 goes here, and 1 and 3. All right, well, that went very smooth. And this solve only took 29 minutes too, without cuts. I don't even think I need to do cuts on this video here, because it's not like an unreasonable length. Anyways, thank you all very much for watching. I'm gonna try to do a bigger project soon. I did a bunch of ridiculously tough logic mashups on Twitch in the past, and I would like to do one on YouTube, but it might have to be episodic with its own rules video for the rules itself. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for watching. Oh dear, I did 2 numbers wrong on the pencil mark layer again. But yeah, as is tradition. Thanks so much for watching. If you're doing Puzzle Boat 9 as well, like me, good luck, and happy puzzling. Bye-bye.